Yes, I want to know how much you spend.
About 250 to 300.
About 400.
On average, at least 1,500.
TheSmartLocal.com.
Hi guys, welcome to this episode of Millennials versus Gen Zs. As you can tell, I hope you cannot tell, but as you can tell, who are the Millennials, who are the Gen Zs?
Gen Z.
Can our Gen Zs guess our age?
I don't know, 23.
22.
Wow! Wait, I look younger than you! Oh my god, let us review our age first, okay? So I'm turning 30 this year.
I can buy HDB by myself this year. So I'm turning 35.
And they think you are younger than me! Congratulations, sister! Congratulations. Okay, I think enough of all this chit-chat. Let us introduce our guests from the National Youth Council Youth Panels.
Okay, hi everyone, I'm Lauren. I am 21 years old this year. And fun fact, I lived in Canada for 8 years before I came back for university.
Wow!
I'm Thaddeus. I'm 17 and I'm a JC student currently.
I'm double your age leh.
Oh my god!
I literally double his age though. Double his age plus 1.
What was I doing at 17? Let me think about it. I was doing my O-levels. Oh my god. It was a very stressful year. Aside from that, I was also just going home, I guess. Seeing if I got enough pocket money to eat pepper lunch. When was the last time you got pocket money?
Primary school. No, because when I was in Canada, I didn't need pocket money.
What do you mean you don't need?
We get we bring food from home, so you don't need to buy anything.
Oh wow! Okay, then do you know friends around your age? How much do they get like for pocket money nowadays?
I think my friend said she's getting like 500 a month, I think.
During my time, 300. 50? Maybe 350. But at that point of time, right, when my mom increased it for me, right, I was like, yes, I can drink the old thing. I can eat chicken rice, breast meat, egg tokan. Oh my god,
Yeah,
it was a blessing. Speaking of money and spending, right, what are things that you are willing to splurge on?
I'm not too much of a splurger, I would say.
That's good. That's good.
But I would say because I'm a student, right? I will splurge on things like maybe gadgets, maybe buy an iPad when I need it. But nowadays, all the tech gadgets are getting increasingly more expensive, right?
Yes.
You realize?
Actually, everything, even ice cream, vanilla ice cream. Last time, 50 cents.
Now 120 eh.
Oh yeah!
Yeah!
How much do you all spend on average each month?
I'd say like about 400, 450 maybe at most.
Well, I feel like you might fall down when I say mine. But
Yeah.
never mind, you share yours first.
Okay, looking forward to it. Because I'm a JC student, so maybe not as much. Maybe about 250 to 300. Yeah.
Amazing.
Wait, 250, right? Is it like mainly public transport or like you will take Grab also? Mainly take Grab.
Take public transport.
Sister, 250 cannot take Grab.
Cannot.
You cannot.
As somebody
You will know.
yeah, as somebody that take private hire a little too often, 250 is not enough to cover my transport. Oh my god, I feel very ashamed.
Yes, I want to know how much you spend.
For me,
I know your pop mark expenses each lah.
I think on average at least 1,500.
That's not too bad.
Your job. Okay, but this includes quite a few things. Aside from transport, food and all, it also includes a bit of investments.
At least you still got way to save money. You still got leeway to save money.
Yeah.
I'm just going to be frank, right? I kind of live paycheck by paycheck. The difference is like I actually moved out already and I'm actually renting a whole apartment by myself. My rent is 2.7k and that's not including utilities yet. Or essential expenses every month, right? That includes like essential groceries, it will be 3.5. So like what I can expendable expenses, right, is really 1k.
What about you guys? Do you all also
Yeah, how you manage
how do you all
your money
split?
in general?
I use this app called Spendy.
Oh
I'm
yes,
not sure if
I
you
used to
heard
use
about it
Spendy
before.
also.
Yeah, in the past it used to be Excel sheet. So
Yeah.
Excel sheet was where I used all my ang pao money for the year. Then I'll track all that down. Yeah, so Spendy is more useful because it allows you to split into different expense users as well. So you know that, today, okay, maybe cannot have this meal today, I have it another day. You know what I mean? So it helps you monitor your expense well. Yeah.
I feel like in recent years, I've learned to manage my money better because I'm trying to move into the next stage of my life.
Adulting.
Adulting and like starting a family, maybe getting married. No, I'm not yet engaged. I'm not. No pressure.
Wait. Come, show me. Where? Hello?
It's okay. No, just saying we are working towards that.
Yes.
Yeah, so now I am much more mindful, much more demure about my... No, that was so lame.
It's okay. Actually, you say it very naturally. You just need to sell it. You just need to sell it. Confident can leh.
I cannot. Do y'all save like at least $5 or something a month?
Like, once I get all my like pay and whatnot, so I'll take out a bit and then like put it into like investments or like put it into like treasury bills or something of that sort.
Investments and treasury bills, they are really...
What is treasury
SSBs.
bills?
So like essentially you put like a bunch of money into this treasury bills thing and then you invest and then you get like higher interest.
What? Oh my god! I'm learning life hacks from you. I never heard of this. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay, so what about yourself?
Actually, not many of my friends invest because they're still in JC. But personally, for me, every time I finish a holiday job, I'll try to save a portion of that so that at least I have savings, in case I do need it. But some of my friends, they've been dabbling into these things known as robo-advisors. Yeah.
I heard of this. I heard of this.
So they have different like so-called portfolios, right? So some of my friends have been doing that because it's quite difficult for young people to actually pick their own stocks.
Yeah. Oh my god, you all know so much.
I don't even know all this when I was like your age.
Yeah, okay, so like, when I was on the youth panels, then we also like spoke to this group of people from Money Sense. And we realized that they actually have a whole bunch of curriculum and information about financial literacy and like, buying your first home, like a whole like a guide on like how to do it. So then we realized that we could actually use that and then make it even better. And we're actually now proposing something called a Flex Guide, which is a financial literacy excellence guide. And essentially what it does is it condenses everything to fit your needs.
I need.
Yeah, you want to save like
Wedding.
100k.
Like wedding
100K
and
for your
reno.
wedding.
Okay.
Wedding and reno.
What an expensive wedding, 100k, but yes, okay.
So you want to save like, in like the next 5 years, you want to save that amount. Then but you don't know how. So maybe this app will like help you figure out how to get there.
What are all of your thoughts on the cost of living nowadays?
Because we talked about inflation just now.
It's just
like
going
the ice
higher and
cream
higher.
from 60 cents become $2 now? Yeah.
Even public transport, right? At the end of this year, it's going to go up by 10 cents.
Why did I not know
adult
this?
fares. For concession counters, it's going to be up by 4 cents, So it's like, wow, like these things really powers up, because it's like something we use every day. But I guess for things like food, I'm quite grateful that the government has done a lot in terms of providing, budget meals.
Chicken rice increase. Very sad, because like last time I used to see like it's $3 or like cheaper than $3. Then now it's like some places like $7, $10. So I'm like,
I tell you, last time chicken rice, 150. 5 times. Really?
Really? Y'all were sharing that you work during school holidays, right? So what do y'all do for side hustles?
I was a robotics instructor. Yeah. My friends, when they do part-time jobs, right, they will have this Telegram channels. They will have like lists of job listings. So it could be anything from like, servers at restaurants to even like part-time event crews, right? So these could range from $15 to even $20. Yeah.
Okay, so this is where I would say, right, the cost of living and inflation really got difference. Because back then, okay, I guess now the minimum rate for part-timers is at least 10, right? 10 to 15, right? My time is only 650, how?
Yeah.
650?
650 per hour. You're
It's true,
confirm like, who work for 650, right? Yeah, y'all know at 35, I'm still doing side hustle jobs like this. Because I am an investment noob of the noob of the noob. Like, how noob a lot? I got scammed like 40k USD. So one day, one of my friends, he introed me that like one of his friends is like, I think he do like forex trading, that kind of thing, and the returns are quite high, that kind of thing lah. So I was a bit skeptical at first, so I just pump in like 1k first just to test water lah. And then really got regular returns there, and then we can always cash out if we want to. My good friend that recommended this guy, right, we did a calculation like, okay, how much I need to invest so that like I can earn enough to buy my house, like down payment, that kind of thing. So all in, I just put in like 40k USD. Then maybe about like 2 months later, right, suddenly the guy messaged us say that like he lost all his funds. And we are not the only investors lah. Like, I think all in all, like, he lost about 8 to 10 million USD. The guy went to jail for some like non-fraud related charges lah. I also didn't know what happened until like months later I met someone else. Then that I mentioned this case, right? Then the guy looked at me like,
oh my god, sis, I need to tell you, this one is scam.
because like my friend is like part of like that group. Like he thought like he's also like helping to do the investment, but then it turns out like even his own money also got scammed. So never ever believe in like fast cash, you know, like high returns, that kind of thing.
Actually, for me, it's my mom who got scammed.
Oh my god.
I was quite sad because for me, right, I mean, I'm someone who's very actively online and I read about all these data, phishing scams, love scams, just so many different types of scams. I mean, I couldn't believe it when my mom got scammed herself. It was on, I think, a particular e-commerce website. She just bought them, right, and then she paid the money, right? And then when the goods came, it was a totally different product. I think she lost a few $100s in the product. And it really struck me that, wow, the most vulnerable people to online harms, including scams, right, are our very closest family members.
Yeah.
Actually, do you know that it was not really elderly who has the higher percentage of people that get scammed? Actually, youth.
Really?
Get scammed more, you know. Because more complacent. You think,
Yeah.
I can spot it. I know, this is not scam.
I'm not sure if you've seen this advertisement. It's called Act Check Tell. Act Check Tell is basically this acronym, right? ACT, right? On how people can actually identify scams, right? You know, verify the reliability of the source.
Yeah.
Then actually to go dig deeper into checking whether this source is authentic, is
Yes.
verified, right? And then otherwise you go inform someone, whether it's through reporting it to another person or even the police, right?
Yeah.
And also nowadays we have a lot of applications like Scam Shield, for instance, right? Which actually helps block out calls from unidentified persons who may be scammers.
I have multiple friends who have gotten scammed from, you know, like concert tickets. You
Oh
know.
my god!
Hey, this
Biggest
wow, you know, honestly, I feel that there's a special place down there for scalpers.
I don't remember how much, but I remember it was quite a lot. Yeah.
Oh my god. Is it more than one ticket type?
2 tickets.
Oh my god!
Yeah, and it's like they pay already, then they go there and then they wait and then the person never shows up, you know, that kind.
Oh my god.
And they went through like so much, you know, they asked for like passport and everything, then they check everything.
Oh.
Like they went through like super detailed just to check that it wasn't a scam, but then they got scammed again.
Wow.
I think in the online space, right, there's a lot of different types of online harms. Not just scams, right?
Yeah.
There could be harassment, cyberbullying.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or even doxing, right? These things are very important issue, and therefore, for us at the Tech Youth panels, we believe that we should represent them as a unique stakeholder group. I think it's also about how we make sure that the youths are reintegrated back into the online spaces, right?
Yeah.
So you can see it almost like a life cycle, right?
Right.
How do you actually seek to find help, which is how to seek recourse for the action, right? And how do you go back into the same online space?
Right.
Because ultimately all of us are online.
You got kena cyberbullying before?
God! Secondary school, I had my own blog spot. Then I go and include a chat box, a comment box. They put a lot of mean comments, right? And they say like they were gonna look for me after school. They will meet me outside my school. I tell you, even though so many years have passed, right? I remember that day when I left school, I was so freaking scared. Then I keep looking around, to see who will come and like look for me and maybe like, punch me or something. But I guess it's just keyboard warriors, thankfully. But it's really very scary. Anyway, thank you all so much for sharing so much. Like, I actually learned a lot from the both of you.
Yeah.
I feel like more that y'all could have learned from me.
Yes, I think personally for me, I can't wait to see the Flex Guide launch because I think it will be very beneficial and helpful for me. I guess for you
For me also,
because,
actually,
like you want to
really.
plan your 100K wedding reno and honeymoon also,
Yes,
right?
everything.
Yes. Thank you for watching this video and thank you National Youth Council and our youth panels for making this video possible.
If there are any other topics that you would like us to discuss, you can leave it down in the comment section down below. And thank you, Mama Tiang, for this cute space. Hello? Aheng ah? And as always, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, ring the notification bell down below and watch our other videos over there. Bye! Everybody, cheers! Cheers! You can finally drink for reals now.
Finally.